Hey there everyone, Nodium the Boy here coming at you with my first My Hero deck profile on the character Nomu. So the character leader for this build is Nomu on the death symbol, so the skull at the end here. I'm at the top here. So I built the deck on that symbol. Since this game you need to build on 1 to 3 symbols, and then all your cards have to match that symbol. You need at least 50 or more cards for the deck. My deck is 53 cards. I run 19 attacks, 31 foundations, and 3 actions. So that's 53. I want to bump it to 56 once I get more excited for blood foundations, but those are $15 a piece. I need a playset. I only have one. You see the issue. So I'm doing a deck profile finally for this build because my very first game with my hero, M. Fargalarga used Nomu against me and beat me with it. And then he said like it's one of the easiest beginner friendly decks, so I started experimenting with it from then on. And it took a while for me to beat him twice in a row, so it finally happened, and I thought that was really cool because it never happens. I always beat him like 1 in 3 games usually when we play 1, 3, 4 games. I never beat him twice in a row though. So that was the very first time he played Shigaraki, and I finally beat that deck twice in a row with Nomu. I just kept relentlessly attacking him with my attacks. It worked out. I outpaced him. It was nice. And he's very tanky. And super regenerations help. So, Nomu is a 5-hander, so he lets you start with 5 cards in your hand. He's 35 health. He has a response, so you commit 1 foundation before the damage step of this unblocked attack, so you can't block this attack. Reduce its damage to 6. So that's really good against decks that build a lot of damage up, like Deku, All Might. I think those are the main two. Kirishima. Like, Tokoyami? Tokoyami can get big too, I think. Endeavor. There's a couple of decks. I'm not too familiar with what decks actually do it besides Deku and All Might, because those are the decks I know can do it. I mean, Nomu himself can do it in the mirror. He can reduce that damage right back down to 6. It would be an interesting mirror. So that's what his effect is. He just makes sure the damage is reduced as low as it possibly can be to 6. And then the enhance is your non-throw attack gets a damage bonus equal to its printed difficulty. So that's really good. So if I play this attack, it's a 3 mid for 5 damage. So the printed difficulty is 4 here. So if you use this effect here on this attack, it would get plus 4 damage to the modifier. And then so it'd be a 3 for 9. So Nomu is a really tanky, bulky deck. So he can defend really well and increase attacks and hit really hard. So that's why it's beginner friendly. Just because the concept of the deck is very basic. Alright, so let's go through the attacks first. We run 19 attacks. So we run 4 Relentless. 4 Relentless Barrage. It has a 1 block modifier. It's a Midgard. It's a 3 mid speed for 5 damage. It's a Fury Punch and Combo Punch. So its combo enhance is lose 2 health, add 1 copy of this card from your discard pile of your hand. So this card can recycle itself basically. So like if this is in your pile, you can grab it with the enhance. It's really nice. So you can get another attack if you need it. And then the enhance it's on it, normal enhance. If this attack is blocked, your next attack gets plus 2 damage. So just make sure when you attack further on, the next attack will hit harder. Nice. 4 difficulty is good, and 3 check that's just standard, but the 4 difficulty is really good. So always just easier to play out. 4 Merciless Rush. Block is low, 1 modifier. It has EX2, so EX2 means you can discard momentum to give it plus 2 speed, and then for every momentum you discard, it gets plus 2 speed. So if like Nomu had like 2 momentum in there, you can discard 2 of those cards and then get plus 4 speed. But bare minimum's 1. Then his ability is if your printed hand size is less than your rival's, this attack gets minus 1 difficulty. So instead of a 5 check, it would be a 4 check. because Nomu is a 5-hander and most decks are like 6 or higher because of their health and the meta. So like 100% of the time you're going to have a lower hand size. This would only not go off if you're playing against All Might 1 and then he does that form thing where he reduces the hand size, so All Might can get lower than Nomu. Other than that, it'll just go off. 4 of the Berserker Blow. I like this card. This card's really good. It's a 4 low for 6 damage, 2 mid block, 5 check, Fury Punch. Enhance, destroy 1 of your foundations. If this attack is not blocked, destroy 1 rival foundation, so I like that. So if he doesn't block it, I get to destroy 1 rival foundation. And then if my character is Nomu, I can build the top card of my deck face down, so that's really good to get another foundation out. Like, to use as resource. And then the Deadlock is destroy 2 rival foundations. It's a pretty solid card, and then plus 5 from the Nomu effect, it's going to make it 11 damage, like, swing. For low. Low is really hard to block sometimes. And then Knife Slice. Knife Slice, so good. So, for Knife Slice, it's a 5 for 5 low. 1 mid block. It's a weapon. So, it enhances the next time your rival loses health this combat phase. They lose 1 health and you gain 1 health. Well, that's really good because though losing 1 health doesn't actually have to come from her swing. So, if your opponent blocks this attack, and say you swing with a Berserker Blow next and it hits, her enhance will go off. Because it says the next time you lose damage. The next time your rival loses health this combat phase, so it doesn't matter if it was by her swing, which is really cool. Makes her way better. So even if they stop this swing, you can play the next attack and you can attempt to like still gain that effect. And her Deadlock is your rival loses 2 health automatically, which I think is really good. And then Nomu just makes it 5 low for 10 damage, which is not fair, I guess. Galarga was telling me about how that combo is like really not fair, which I'm like, yeah, it's not. And this is from set 3, so this is a very fairly new addition here. The Hulking Grimace. Oh man, this card is so good. It's a 6 check, so it makes it harder to play out, but when you play it, it's strong. So it's a 5 mid for 10 damage, so that's the crazy part. It's for 10 natural. It has a response after your rival blocks his attack, seal their block. So I think that Galarga explained that to me. So sealing the block means they can't use abilities on that block. So like no breaker 1 basically on stuff like that. The block effects won't come off. And then it's enhanced. If this attack is blocked, draw 1 card. So like it punishes your opponent for trying to even attempt to block this, which I think is really cool. So like if you pull this off, you're gonna get a benefit even if they attempt to block this. Like you're gonna draw a card, you get to seal their block. But it's only playable if your printed hand size is 5 or less, which it will be because it's Nomu. So that's the Hulk and Grimace. I think 2 is solid. I run 1 Turn to Dust. I don't know if I should run more, but I only pulled 1. So, Turn to Dust is a 1 mid block. It's a 5 difficulty. It's 4 high for 5 damage. It has EX2. So, that means it can increase its speed if need be, if I have enough momentum. And then has Stun 2. Stun 2 means you can stun their foundations, like tap them so they can't use them. So his enhance is destroy 1 foundation. Destroy 1 foundation committed due to this attack's stun ability. So when you use the Stun 2, you can destroy 1 of them when you do it by destroying your own. But then your rival can lose 2 health to cancel the effect, so they can easily just be like, I lose 2 health to cancel. His other enhance is lose 2 health, where your rival loses 2 health. But then your rival can destroy 1 foundation to cancel the effect, which I think is really cool because that means either way you're punishing them and you're trying to make them make decisions like, do I lose health or do I lose foundation? Basically. Well, it's 19 attacks. Really solid attacks. I think the deck is really balanced at 53. I think I'd bump it to 56 if I got 3 more Excited for Blood. I think that's it. But I don't want to make it too fat because it's a 5-hander. You won't draw that. You're not going to draw that fast. Actions. 3 Evil Gaze. Ultra rare. Has Breaker 1, so that means if you block with this card, you add like 1 extra difficulty to their check. Or you add a +1 to their check because it's Breaker 1, so like whatever they try to check next, it gets a +1 like difficulty, basically. It basically makes it harder for them to check what they want. So when you use it as enhanced though, so you have to play it out like enhanced step. I play this out, and then you check for like if this is your first enhance, you check for 0. So lose 2 health. This attack gets +2 or -2 speed. So you can use this on your turn to give it +2 speed, or you can use it on your opponent's turn to give their attack -2 speed. And then if this attack is blocked, destroy 1 rival foundation and then remove this card from the game. So if I end up blocking it, I destroy 1 foundation, or if they end up blocking my attack, I destroy 1 rival foundation. Really cool. Then there's a deadlock enhance. If I use this during deadlock, it just straight up destroys 1 rival foundation. I think it's really cool. This card's a really solid card because of the whole the penalty to the opponent. Like if the attack ends up being blocked, I can destroy 1 of their foundations, and it gives +2 or -2, which I think is really good. Alright, so there's 31 foundations in this deck, and we got 4 of the super regeneration. 4 of these. One of them's an XR. Yeah, you can tell. So this is the XR right here. You can tell it's full art. You can see the bottom on that. There we go. And then this is the regular art. You can tell because it's not full bodied. Full bodied. You can see this. You see his pants. You can't see the pants. The super regeneration is really good. We run 4. We have to. The deck runs 4. So response flip. After you lose health due to your rival's attack or effect, you gain 3 health. So you flip it and then you gain 3 health back. So it just makes it harder for them to kill you as fast, because some decks are really fast, so super regeneration just helps you stay alive as long as possible. Like, you're already a big tanky dude with 35 health. He has the most health in the game until Muscular comes out in set 4, because Muscular has 36 health, so he's going to be bigger than Nomu when he comes out. Then we run 4 first day of class promos. First day of class is really good, so it has a response flip. After this card is committed during the enhanced step, you can ready it, you can flip it and ready it. Playable while committed. So it has enhanced commit, so that's where it comes up most of the time, or if you use it for Nomu. If you have, so it has an enhanced commit, so you commit it, and then if this is the first attack this turn, your next check to play an attack is +2, so that means your check to play an attack will get better, so that's how this gets committed. And then you can flip and stand it up, so you can use it later for maybe like Nomu or something, like, oh, I reduce damage. It's a very versatile card. I like it. That's a solid 4 of as well. And then this helps you filter through the deck for Latin skill. Its skill is enhanced flip. You discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards, so this card helps you filter through your deck faster. Since you're only a 5-hander, you need to draw as fast as you possibly can, so I usually just end up pitching foundations I don't end up needing because I want to keep my attacks as close to me as possible. I run a 4 tight lip. It's a 0 spammer, so the zeros are really good because they're guaranteed plays basically. Enhanced flip 1 foundation, so it doesn't even have to be this foundation. You can flip any foundation, and then your attack gets +1 damage, which I think is it's good. Just +1. You can use it multiple times because you don't have to flip itself. Usually I flip Let's Fight Bad Guys in case they don't have like Fury attacks or something, because it's just sitting there. Oh no, it's my Fury attack. Never mind. Let's Fight Bad Guys. It has an. I thought it was like -2 to your opponent's Fury attack or something. I think I was thinking of a different card. I was thinking of Bonds of Friendship from Deku. Okay, never mind. Let's Fight Bad Guys. Enhanced flip. Your Fury attack gets +2 speed, so that's really good to just buff your Fury attacks to make them even faster. So enhanced flip, +2 speed. It's great. It's awesome. Then we run 3 of the self propulsion. It has a response. After a combo fury or powerful attack deals damage, you can add this card to your momentum. So if this is already built basically, and then you deal damage with one of your attacks, you can add it to your momentum over here, like, ooh, to use it for like EX2 or something. So it just gives you momentum in the middle of your swings instead of waiting until the end of the turn to use it the following turn type thing. It's great. This card's so good. Glamorous. I was using it at full power like the other day. It was dope. So Glamorous has a response after you build this card. So after you build it and say you have super regeneration face down already. So when you build this, you unflip 1 foundation. So you can unflip super regeneration and be like, I'm going to use this again. and then you do use it again, it's dope. It's great. So that's why it's in the deck. So when you build this, you want to wait to build this. You don't want to like spam build this. And then it has an enhanced flip. This attack gets +3 speed. Only playable, this attack speed is less than its printed speed. So that's really good too. So if you get hit by Specialist of Sound or something that reduces your speed, like advice for the finals or something like that. Or even this card. If you get hit by this card, Evil Gaze, and then your speed goes lower than the printed speed, you can use this enhanced flip to give it +3. It's really good. Glamorous. Then we run 3 of Keen Observation. Keen Observation is also 0. It has a response flip. After your rival loses health due to an effect, your rival loses 1 more health. Can't reduce them below 0. I mean 1 though, so you can't kill them with this, but it's still a good card. Because you do make them lose effects to, like with Knife Slice. Knife Slice and something. Anything else? I can only think of Knife Slice. Oh, Turn to Dust. Knife Slice, Turn to Dust can do it. I don't think anything else can do it, but still, those are effects. So yeah, it's just Turn to Dust and Knife Slice, which is like still really good because Knife Slice is like I see it every game. So usually I just like use. Sometimes it doesn't come up though, but that's okay. It can come up. I usually just use it as spam, like for Nomu, or if I need to like tap things. So it's still a good card to have out, just because it's easy to play it out. Nothing to see here. I think this card's really good. It's a unique, so I only run 1. Enhance. Unique means you can only have 1 out on board, not 1 in deck. But you can have 4 of this in your deck. But you can only have 1 out on board. But that's what the unique means. So it's a unique card. Enhance commit. If your mid or fury attack is completely blocked, you can destroy one of their foundations. So you can punish them basically. And then discard 1 momentum enhance. This attack gets -3 speed, so you can also like use the momentum to, reduce their speed. And then 1 Excited for Blood. I want to run 4, but she's a $15 card, so no. She has a response flip. After your rival loses health, you gain 4 health. So whenever they lose health, you gain health. So it's the opposite of Super Regeneration, where when you lose health, you gain health. You gain 3 back. So when your rival loses health, you gain 4. And then response once per turn, lose 2 health. After your rival loses health, you draw 1 card. So you can use that health to draw 2. But yes, that is the deck. Nomu is a 53 card deck. I want to up it to 56. So Excited for Blood will kick off. And that is it. Thank you all so much for being a part of my first My Hero Academia deck profile. I hope this helps y'all plus Ultra for your locals and stuff. I only play with Fargalarga, but we have a really good time and our games are really crazy, so I'm happy being a counter fighter. I wish there was a locals. I'd play My Hero locals actually if I had one, like nearby. But oh well, it's whatever. I still play with 1 person. That's all that matters. It's still fun. I'm just very proud of how much I progressed with the Nomu deck. It took me a long time to get to this point, and I'm very proud of it. It did good work. It finally beat Fargalarga twice in a row. He played Chegaraki. I like the way it plays. It's very simple. I like dealing out big punches. The only thing I'd change at the moment is just getting more excited for Bloods if I could afford them, but whatever. Other than that, that's pretty solid. It's still fun. Thank you all so much again. I'll see you all next time. Stay plus ultra. Okay, peace out. No DM double A logging off.